Welcome back to the Football Observer. My name is Bruce, and today is the eve of the new Premier League season. I'll be giving up my predictions for who makes top 4, who wins the whole championship, who gets relegated, and who is mid-table. The way that I have approached my predictions is to break up the overall league into 6 mini leagues. The first league will be the first 3 getting relegated. And those 3 teams are Norwich, Burnley, and Brentford. The way I see it, Norwich are just not good enough to stay up. They're a decent championship side, but they haven't made enough good signings to make up for their deficiencies. Burnley haven't made enough signings to keep them up, and they were really poor last season. Brentford, same thing, just not good enough. They're a decent championship side, but I just don't see them scoring enough goals. Now, the next mini league that I have are the teams that I see fighting it out to stay above relegation throughout the whole season. Now, these teams are Crystal Palace, Southampton, Newcastle, Brighton, and Watford. Crystal Palace, I see Patrick Vieira struggling to gel his new team with a lot of signings. Southampton, I don't think they can recover the loss of Ings, and I think they'll struggle to score goals. Newcastle, I think Steve Bruce will do enough to keep them up. I see Alex Saint-Maximin to have a great season, but I don't see Callum Wilson repeating his breakout season. Brighton will do enough to stay up, but they still need a few more signings. And I think the COVID transfer market is affecting them more. Watford, I think they have a good squad, and I think Sarr will be the key man for them. The next of my mini leagues are the mid-table teams, the teams that are good but not very good. And those are Wolves, West Ham, and Everton. Wolves will feel the impact of losing Nuno Espirito Santos, but they are getting Jimenez back as a striker, and I see him returning back to form. West Ham, I think, will come back to reality, and I think being in Europe will hamper their Premier League campaign as it'll take a toll on their squad. Everton are Everton. I think Benitez will do a good job in stabilizing the club, but I just don't see them doing very well. The next mini league are made up of teams that I call the best of the rest. These are teams that are just bubbling beneath top 5 and will look to push on and try to break into that monopoly that the top 5 have. The best of the rest teams are Leeds, Tottenham, Aston Villa, and Arsenal. Leeds, I think, will do a good job actually in their second team, and I don't think they'll suffer from second year syndrome. And I see Bielsa leading the team to a top half finish. Tottenham, if they're able to keep Harry Kane, will again finish in 8th place. I just don't see them doing well. They have a lot of aging players, and they have a new manager, and I don't think Harry Kane will be spectacular as he was last season. Aston Villa, however, I see doing very well. They have managed to reinvest their money that they have received for Grealish in a lot of good players, such as Bundia. And I see them doing really well, and actually they might surprise a lot of people. In 6th place, I have Arsenal. I see them doing better than last year, and since they don't have Europe, they only have the league and the cups, but mainly just the league to focus on. I think will do them well as they have more time to organize and work on a game-by-game basis. Now, this mini league, if you can call it a league, it's just between 2 teams, and it's a race for the 4th place spot. And the 2 teams are in 5th place, Leicester, in 4th place, Manchester United. Leicester once again missed out on top 4, and I think it's very cruel since Brendan Rodgers is doing a good job based on what resources he has available. And I think the injury to Fofana will actually hamper them more than they know. In 4th place, I have Manchester United. Yes, they have signed Varane, they have signed Sancho, but they are without Rashford for at least the first 2 months, and they are still lacking in depth, and they're lacking in a actual good defensive midfielder. And if you're going to compete with the next 3 teams above them, you need to have a complete first 11 without any holes, as you're only as strong as your weakest link. Especially if you're fighting for the title, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And their weakest link right now is their lack of defensive midfielder, their lack of a true striker. Now, the final mini league that I have is what I call the race for the championship. And the teams are: in third place, Chelsea; in second place, Liverpool; in first place, Manchester City. Now, I think this season we're going to see, for the first time in a long time, a great title race with more than two teams going after the title, just like how it used to be. Now, Chelsea have reinforced definitely with the signing of Lukaku, as they finally have a bona fide striker up front to score them goals. I think Havertz will develop more under a new coach in Tuchel, and as the European champions, I think they're gonna have a bit of swagger to them and that confidence to really go for a title. But I think they will fall short, as one, the depth in squad. Two, everyone knows that if you're gonna go for a title, you have to beat Man City, and Man City, I think this year will hit at least 90 points, and the only team to hit 90 points is Liverpool, aside from Man City, obviously. So I think Chelsea this year, they'll make a good run of it, but I think they will just fall short. Now, in second place is Liverpool. Now, the only reason why I'm putting Liverpool here is, look, this is a public, this is just to cover my ass, basically. But I think it'll be neck and neck between Man City and Liverpool. Now, everyone's been writing off Liverpool because they haven't made any signings. And everyone around them has been signing players left and right. But the way that I look at it, Liverpool have the same team, if not a better squad, than the squad that won the title. They've replaced Gini Wijnaldum with Thiago. They have Curtis Jones in midfield instead of Lallana. They finally have depth in attack, since they've replaced Shaqiri with Jota. They have depth in center back with Kanate instead of Lovren. They have backup in both their fullbacks, in Robertson and Trent. So in my opinion, I think this is actually a better squad compared to the squad that ran the league title with 99 points. And Liverpool are the only team to go head to head with Manchester City and break the 90-point barrier. So I think Liverpool can win it, but only if they are managing to keep all their players healthy. Now, in first place, I have Manchester City, only by default, because when you spend £1 billion on a squad, when you can pretty much play two first teams from your squad, right? Like your second team can challenge for the title. You're gonna be there by default. Now, do I see them running the league like last time? I don't think so. They have yet to sign a bona fide striker, and I think will struggle to have the focal point to score goals like they used to in Aguero. But it's Man City. They will find a way to score goals with their squad depth, and the fact that they can rotate quality player after quality player into their squad, they will be fresh. It's simple as that. So, I mean, by default, based on paper, I have them going first, but it'll be very, very close. I see it a repeat of the 18-19 season, where Liverpool and Manchester City went down to the wire. It was within a point, pretty much since December. It was within a point every game. Now, for my individual player and manager predictions for the year. For top scorer, I have Mohamed Salah. Now, every year he gets underestimated by everybody. Everyone thinks, oh, Salah is overrated. He's overrated. This man has won 2 golden boots, and last year he almost won the golden boot again in a poor, very, very poor Liverpool side. right? Kane beat him to the golden boot on the last day. So I had Mohamed Salah. Now with Liverpool being rejuvenated, I see a Mohamed Salah getting the golden boot once again. Player of the season, player of the year, again I have Mohamed Salah as top goal scorer. I see him carrying Liverpool to the title. He will be the one to lead the charge. He will be the pointy end of the stick for Liverpool. Young player of the year, I see Saka from Arsenal winning young player. I see him having a breakout season. I see him pretty much proving all of his haters from the Euros, and he's going to prove them wrong. He's going to shut them up. He's going to have a great season under Arteta. For manager of the year, it's between Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. It's pretty much who will win the title, who will determine who wins manager of the year. I see both Liverpool and Man City once again breaking the 90-point barrier, going toe-to-toe, blow per blow, round match day by match day, going toe-to-toe and going down to the wire. As for the first manager sacked, I have Patrick Vieira of Crystal Palace. I just don't see how he can do well in the Premier League, especially with a team full of brand new signings, very, very young, and in the Premier League that I think will be much more competitive versus the previous season. Signing of the year, I see Lukaku from Chelsea. If Tuchel can get his tactics right, I see Lukaku being very, very productive for them and very efficient in front of goal. For most improved player, I see Kai Havertz of Chelsea. There is no way in the world that Kai Havertz does not improve. He is such a world-class talent with a grade A footballing brain. And under the German coach Tuchel, and you know German coaches, they know how to train players and they know how to coach and get the most out of players. I see him definitely improving and becoming a bona fide world-class player. So that's my predictions. Let me know what you think. Who do you think is going to win the title? Who do you think will make top 4? Will Man United be able to win it this year? Who will get relegated? Who is mid-table? Will Everton do good? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.